What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you guys that there's more than one way to skin a cat when it comes to sidechaining. Um, I just made a quick loop. I guess it's a tech house loop with just a kick, a sub, some hi-hats, and a clap, 4-bar loop. And the number one mixing technique I could pretty much tell any of you guys is to make sure your kick and your bass sound well together. You don't want them fighting, and you want to create space for each one to do what it's meant to do. The kick to just drive through the mix, and the sub to give you that low end groove. So this is the loop I made real quick. Very simple. It's not going to be great, but for this video it's pretty perfect. So alright, so the first and most common way is to drag in a compressor, open up the tab on the side, go to sidechain, audio input from the kick. And then you can mess with the threshold and the gain until you get some gain reduction. So what's going to happen is whenever the kick comes in, the gain of the bass is going to be reduced to give it the kick more room to cut through the mix. So let's see. So you can see already as soon as I drag this in, and I mean this is a pretty extreme setting, but you could just see when I turn the compressor on and off the change in volume from the bass channel. So keep an eye right here. Alright, so that's the first way that you can do it. The second way is if you have the LFO tool, which is I think a $50 plugin, you can, where is it? Whoops. You can go here and basically mess around with these settings, these buttons, and if you want you can really go all the way down here, but I usually keep it anywhere between here and here depending on the mix. And you basically can see exactly what volume is getting cut off. So let's see this. We'll lower this and we can look at the mixing channel. Whoops. So let's just keep an eye on the volume like we did with the compressor. So, whoops. This is a very steep curve. You can mess around with it. You can even do the opposite if you wanted to like cut down. You can get crazy with the LFO tool, but that's for another video. Alright, and the old-fashioned way, the most tedious way, but also the most precise way, is to just go into your mixer, go to track volume, start messing around with the buttons. Also, open up the waveform of the kick so you can see what the kick looks like. We can actually also fade these kicks, just because we don't really need the waves over here. Lower the signal on those. So now we can have more room for the bass in the later part of the beat. Okay, so now basically what we are going to do is go to B. Make sure you back up to the original volume by the end of that beat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this to the beginning. And this is going to be trial and error, and it's going to take a long time to get the feel that you really want to get. But basically you can do something like this and then duplicate it. What was that at -16? I mean, it's very hard because now not every curve is going to be the same, but that can also be a good thing because you can bring some humanization to it. So let's just shorten this up and just duplicate this all the way across. And actually, let's get really extreme with it and go down to like -35. So let's just hear this by itself. As you can see here, it's really not doing anything because there's no note playing, but for this note on the first beat, you're going to see that it's going to gradually come in with the volume, and you're not really ever going to be at full volume for that first note. So now let's play it all together. Alright, that sounds pretty cool. Obviously, if I was really trying to do this in a track, I would do more trial and error and make this really fit perfectly. My personal favorite is the LFO tool. I used to use the compressor before I had the LFO tool, so if you don't have the LFO tool, I think the compressor is the most efficient way, but I just wanted to show you guys this third way that people do use sometimes, and I've seen actual pretty big names doing it this way, not just with bass sounds, but with leads and stuff like that, and the effects. So if you have any questions, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Tomorrow I'm actually going to be doing another video. I'm going to get back on my videos for like 2 or 3 videos a week. I know I haven't posted one in a while. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.